Hi, everyone, and welcome to our Facebook Live today. My name is Maureen. I'm the editorial director of Kiwi and Mom's Meat. And if you've been looking for a better made, more comfortable, eco-friendly shoe option for your kids, then today is definitely for you. We're talking about what to look for when shopping for kids' shoes, the importance of high quality shoes, and more with Roz Viemeister, a shoe expert at Naturino. So, hi, Roz. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Oh, hi, Maureen. I'm so happy to be here, and I have a lot of information to tell you. And I've seen a lot of feet in my 30 years, and I fit a lot of feet, and I tickled them too. So let's let's share that information.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's we're lucky to have you. Kids shoes are a really important topic, and I can't wait to dive in. But before we do, I just want to share a little bit more about Mom's Meat. You can join Mom's Meat at momsmeat.com to become a mom ambassador and sample free products. So this event is brought to you by Naturino, a leading Italian fashion company renowned for its technical know-how and expertise in kids shoes. They choose only the best for growing feet, chrome-free leathers from the best Italian tanneries, all tested and certified and only made with water-based adhesives. Okay, so as always on our Facebook Lives, you have a chance to win. So we'll have 5 lucky winners today, and they'll receive a special code to use to order a free pair of Naturino shoes, which is an amazing prize. So awesome today. Excited for that one. So please let us know. We want to know from our moms tuning in, what are some of the things you look for when you're buying shoes for your kids? Make sure to comment on, like, and share this video for your chance to win. And then we will announce our winners on Monday. Okay, so I am going to dive in and let's get this conversation going. One of the things we at Mom's Meat find so important is making sure that we have the best options for our kids and all the aspects of health and wellness, while also keeping sustainability in mind. And, as a parent myself, kids' feet can sometimes be overlooked and not necessarily emphasized, but high quality shoes can really make an impact on their development. Ross, can you tell us a little bit more about this and what moms need to know when it comes to making choices for their kids' footwear?
Well, first of all, I need to emphasize that first shoes are very, very important, and they're really a good, solid investment on your part to get a good shoe. And Naturino has always been a leading brand in first shoes. The materials that they choose are soft and subtle and and breathable and durable, and they're fabulous. But again, getting back to first shoes, it's like it's a well. Let me just say, they grow a lot from an infant all the way up to about 3 years. You can expect to have to get new shoes every 2 to 3 months, and those shoes are important in the beginning because the child is establishing his gait and his walking patterns, and it's supporting this upper body. So Naturino created a sand effect technology, which is amazing because it in the shoe, it supports the development of that body, and it's like walking on sand. So it's very comfy and cushy and supportive. And it's a great first walking shoe. And what else can I tell you about? Well, and they're breathable. You have to look for some kind of materials that's breathable for the feet, because babies' feet sweat a lot. And
Yes.
And you can know that sometimes when you take off whatever they're wearing and their socks are kind of damp. So that's why it's important to have a leather footbed and a leather inside, because it's breathable, and you want to look for kind of flexibility in the sole too. So anyways, I really stress the importance of this first shoe as being a really good investment, because later it prevents problems later down the road, like, going to the podiatrist or going to get orthotics or, having some toeing in and toeing out issues. It's really vital that you take some extra care in that first shoe. And you do your homework too. Before you go to that shoe store, go to the shoe store and get fitted. That's also a really important thing. Ask some questions. There's so much information out there. You can go to the Naturino website and learn a wealth of information about their materials that they use and their technology that they've come up with. So, anyways,
that's so interesting that, the choices that you make for your kids' shoe at such a young age could affect their ability, how they walk. And if we were to come up with any issues down the line, like I never thought of that with, my son. I just threw him in whatever shoes were cute at the store. And then it wasn't until I've gotten better, I will tell you, it wasn't until we went to one of our local, nice stores and they properly sized him, got him in quality shoes. So I didn't know. I was first time mom. I didn't realize how important that was, their shoes,
your lives are very busy, so it's very easy sometimes just to slap on a shoe that you picked up for $19.99. But the truth of the matter is it's probably made out of synthetic and it's not breathable. And that child's going to be clumping around instead of really and tripping. And his foot isn't getting any kind of really nice support that it needs in order to develop, because also the baby's foot is mostly cartilage in the beginning. Their bones are developing. So you really need some kind of footwear like Cocoon of Naturino, the Sand Effect, that really allows that development naturally with these wonderful materials that they use. And they use a slew of materials that are really healthy for the foot. So
yeah, absolutely. And it really is, when you put it that way, it's an investment in your child's overall health. So it's very important.
Well, again, I feel like, we're so concerned of what we put in our child's stomach. It's time we, really think about what we put on their feet. So
absolutely. And that brings us to another, conversation too, where, I never really thought about shoes in the way that you could be contributing, good or bad, in a way to their developmental issues, but also to environmental issues. So it really is important to choose high quality materials and brands that care about those things. But what are the ways that we can avoid contributing to environmental issues, or keeping them from having any developmental issues down the line?
I think, you have to look for reputable companies that are really investing in the future and sustainability and all these wonderful organic products, and cut down on the plastic footwear or synthetic footwear. I know it's easy and it's really, the plastic shoes are great for the beach. Save them for the beach. Don't let your child wear them as a daily shoe. Use it as a secondary shoe. And that's a good way of cutting down maybe the waste. And those, since they don't break down, you can pass them on to somebody else. But, I think you have to look for the companies that are really taking a stance in providing quality footwear, that doesn't use, harsh chemicals or toxic dyes. Naturino uses vegetables and fruit for their dyes, and with their organic cotton, they've actually used flower petals to dye.
I know.
Dye the
That's
cotton.
amazing. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, and I know that they use materials like corn and bamboo and cactus, and that's crazy to me as somebody who doesn't understand the process. But I think it's really promising and great that they're trying to make something better and keep sustainability in mind too.
Oh, it's completely nutty on my part. I've been doing this 30 years. We didn't have shoes made out of corn or bamboo or wait, there was another one that we're using. Apples.
Apples.
You don't eat the shoe, you just wear it. But I mean, that's what's amazing. And that's what's amazing about this company is that they really are, devoted to the healthiness of children's feet.
Yeah, absolutely. So, that makes me feel better as a parent, knowing that there are brands out there that I can choose that are actually trying to do better and really do care about the health and wellness of our kids and our world. Because fast fashion, it is a problem out there.
Yep.
And so it's good to be educated on that and make sure that you're making the choices to do better in that area, because the fast fashion industry is a big contributor to carbon dioxide emissions, and using of cheap and plastic materials that contribute to waste in our world. And so it's good to know that there are brands that you can choose for your kids that aren't doing that. So
right. And again, not only the sand effect and the organic materials that they're using, but they've also have gotten the recommendations and certification from the American Pediatrics Association. So that's something, is something that to be aware of when you're shopping for shoes. Like, not only is a reputable company, but that company will also be out there letting you know that they have been scrutinized and tested and approved. So I just wanted to throw that in before we went.
Well, I care about that. I do look for that seal of approval in many areas with my kids. So I didn't realize that could extend to shoes. So that's something that I'll look for when I'm out shopping.
Look inside the shoe to see what the materials are made of. They have to put a little sticker on there of like what their shoes are made of. So, and it's really, I'm a kind of a leather person, so I like a all leather shoe and a leather lined, especially for the babies. I know when I wear a shoe that has a foam innersole or something, my foot sweats like crazy, and I'm not comfortable, so the leather is breathable and it's a really more healthy choice, I think. But
yeah, that's great. So I want to, just share this amazing code that we have from Naturino with all of our moms here, so that they can, at this point, I'm sure everyone's kind of sold on going in this route and exploring a little bit more. But we have, if you're interested in learning more about Naturino, you can head over to their website, naturino.com, and you can use the code NaturinoMoms21, and that'll give you 30% off your first order of 2 products or less, now through October 15th. So head over now, check it out. And, it's the perfect time, especially with kids going back to school. I know I just did a lot of back to school shoe shopping, and I still have some more to do. And then the holidays are coming up. So it's the perfect time to buy for your kids. As you said, our kids are constantly growing out of their shoes, which is a frustration point as a parent. But it's just the fact of the matter that their feet are growing, and we have to continually keep up with them and make sure that we're giving them high quality shoes.
Well, and Maureen, another thing I have to mention that I failed to mention is that Naturino makes amazing fashion shoes and comfort shoes for all ages, from a baby first little crib shoe all the way up to teenage shoes. So
up to teenager, that's great.
And they make school shoes and glitzy shoes and fashion shoes and practical shoes and healthy shoe. Well, really, they're all healthy, but they make all different categories. So there's something there for every taste, really. Which
and you can see I have an array right here in front of me too, which we'll get into in a couple minutes. But I was just shocked at the variety. No matter what you're looking for with your kids' shoes, if you want like summer shoes or you want fancy shoes or just running around everyday shoes, like they have everything in the cutest styles too. So
absolutely.
So that I love too, because I also, when I go to look at shoes, I'm like, okay, what's this going to match with? Is this a shoe they can wear? So it is important to be able to have that variety. But I'd love to learn a little bit more about Naturino and share with our audience. How long have they been in the shoemaking business?
They're going on 50 years. I mean,
Wow.
I am astonished and so amazed and so thankful that they continue to invest in healthy footwear for kids. I mean, it's just, and every season it's just, it's so exciting because they're always developing some new product and technique, so uh, they've been around quite a while and they will continue to be around.
Yeah. And that's a testament to a good brand.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Um, so can you tell me a little bit more as far as like getting into the shoe construction about the removable footbed in the shoe and why that's
Yeah.
important?
Well, it goes back to that sweaty, stinky foot. It's really nice to have an inner sole that's leather and is cushiony, and you can remove it when, you feel like you really need to dry it out or air it out overnight or something. You can remove it. And then the best is you can use it as a tool to gauge if the shoes still fit. You can
Oh,
look on
yeah.
the little inner sole and see the imprint of where the toes are. So if those toes are really to the edge of that inner sole, time to get to the store, time for a new one. Or if they're, back about a, quarter of an inch, you're good to go. That's if you have a hard time feeling where their toe is when they're in
And
the
I do.
yeah,
I'm constantly like, do these shoes
hard,
still fit?
hard. But you know what? You can go into any shoe store and you can ask, or if there are, out there, you can go in and ask them, please, can you just check my child's shoes for me? And they will, they should.
Yeah, that's good to know. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I would love to get into some of these styles that I have in front of me, and you can kind of walk me through the different categories of shoes that Naturino offers. If you want to get started, do you want me to point out which ones we're going with?
Yeah, well, we can start with
Okay.
the black loafer. That's a beautiful, line of classic shoes. It's called their gold line. It's like just amazing classic shoes for girls and boys from, little sizes all the way up to big sizes. And that one happens to be like I think a velvet, like a
Yeah.
Gucci-ish loafer that fits really well and is all leather and is wonderful.
Well, it's funny. These aren't like that far off of my shoe size, and I was like,
Exactly.
I wonder if I can squeeze my foot in there.
Probably can. A lot of women buy the shoes.
Yeah, they're really nice.
They go up to a European 39, 38. So there you go.
Oh, that would fit. Okay, so now we have these adorable ones right here. I know my son would love this style.
Yeah, and that's their North kind of category. It's more take a Scandinavian kind of feel. It's very clean lines, and again, it's very healthy leather line, great rubber sole. Again, a beautiful shoe that's
Yeah,
new
this sole feels really, really great. Like it would offer so much support, and I could just see my son
they're
just like
durable.
running around in these.
And what's wonderful about some of these shoes is you can dress them up, dress them down. Boys wear sneakers all the time. That shoe can easily be a dress shoe or it can be a school shoe, so
Yeah, definitely.
2 in 1.
And I can't get over this adorable little shoe right here. I don't know. You can see there's little mopeds on it. I love this
little
shoe.
Vespas. Isn't that sweet?
Vespas, excuse me,
Yeah.
Vespas. Yeah.
Well, Italian, So
Yeah.
that's their Cocoon Shoe. That's their
Okay.
number one baby first shoe. And it goes, from baby up to maybe 20, it's about a size 9. So it's a nice, flexible, breathable, all leather shoe. And they make that in cotton, organic cotton now. They make it in a glittery leather, so it's a little dressier. They make it in a million color combinations. So it's
Yeah.
a really great shoe, and it's very super flexible, and it's wonderful. That's the one.
And easy to put on too.
Oh,
Velcro is a must at that age.
that's true. But remember, it's easy for you to get it on, and it's easy for them to take it off.
Oh yeah.
So sometimes lace shoes for little ones are worth extra time because you won't lose them overboard, you know?
That's true. That's true. We did go through a huge throwing the shoes out of the stroller
See,
phase back
it
around
keeps,
1.5.
it keeps us shoe stores in business, that's for
That's
sure.
true.
But,
Yeah, yeah. It keeps me like, I'll be like half a mile down the bike path. Oh my God, where's your shoe? To run back and grab it. So that's a good pointer from an expert in the field. I didn't think about that. Okay, and now we have these adorable green ones. Which category are these?
they have an amazing athletic line, you know, and again, what I love about their athletic line is a lot of them are leather lined with a leather footbed and with a removable footbed. So they are just super comfortable, and they wear well, and kids love them. And they come in a lot of girl color combinations, silver and glitter, and and then dark blue and classic colors. So a million color combinations.
That's amazing. I love that there are so many options out there for whatever style you and your little likes. And at this age, they're starting to be individuals and want to choose their styles too. So it's great that there's so many options out there. And then this one, I just can't. I love this one so much. It's
Isn't that
so
crazy?
cute.
That is, one of the craziest beautiful metallics. They use a lot of metallics in their sandals and footwear, metallic leathers, I should say. And that one happens to be in the gold collection too. But again, they use those materials throughout the lines. And you can dress that up and dress it down, and that can be an everyday sandal. It's great. It's a good one for those little ones.
Oh yeah, it is so cute. So really you can't, and there's so many other styles, you really can't go wrong no matter what occasion you're trying to shop for with Naturina. There's
Right.
just so many options.
There
So
are.
the one of the awesome things is that Naturino ships worldwide, which I love too. So no matter where you are, you can grab their shoes. They have all lifestyle, fashion tastes, and age groups available too, which we were just talking about the variety, which is great. But you can learn more by going to their website, naturino.com, and you can shop all of these styles, which is amazing. So thank you, Roz, so much for joining us for this event. It's been amazing. And I love talking about shoes because I feel like now I have more information to prioritize the quality when I go out to the store, and this will steer me away from the bargain purchases.
Yeah, I know. But definitely those first 3 years are so imperative that you get some really nice quality shoes on your feet, because the kids' feet, because you don't want problems later. You don't want headaches. You want a child that is walking a good sturdy gait and confident and not falling over or toeing in or toeing out. So
absolutely, it's so important, and I'm so glad that we covered that topic because I didn't know it. When I had my son, I know it now with my second. I'm a little bit more experienced, but it's good.
And please, everyone, support your local shoe stores. Because we're doing everything online, and especially for shoes, it's really imperative that you take advantage of going and getting fitted for a shoe.
I completely agree. I mean, otherwise I'm ordering like 5 sizes. So I like bringing my son in, putting him down with an expert and figuring out what's best. So yeah, that's so true. Well, thank you so much, Roz. This has been amazing. And thank you everyone for joining us. Make sure that you take advantage of the 30% off code on their website. Again, code is Naturino Moms, 20 to 30% off your first order.
Amazing.
And you can use that to hurry up and start playing, see what you want. And remember to share, like, and comment. Thank you so much for joining and sharing about Naturino with us.
Thanks for having me. It was really a blast. You know, I love those little feet and those big feet.
I do too. All right.
And I
Thanks,
love those
everyone.
shoes. The shoes, Naturino shoes, the best.
Yes. So cute. All right. Thanks, everyone. Bye.
All right, bye.